Greetings from the Erie Coast. This is Mad Shad. Sorry I haven't been putting out any videos. I've been having technical difficulties. I'm still having technical difficulties, but I'm at a manageable level right now. I have about 46 minutes that I can video. Anyway, it's a phone. You gotta delete a bunch of crap, and I've been trying to do that for a long time, and yeah, whatever. I just had to delete a bunch of photos, and now I got 46 minutes. Yay! All right. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, happy Saturday. I don't know. We're gonna. Yeah, this whole thing about the guns. Notice that there's a lot of shootings. Well, there's always a lot of shootings. Well, it's not really a lot of shootings. Let's put that in perspective. Europe is the #1 mass shooting country. Europe. Yes, that's right. Not us. We're like way down on the total. We're like 11th in the world. But we see that they want to take those pew-pews away, don't they? Yes, they do. So they're going to bring to light the media, what you see, they're going to bring to light and show you that, oh, no, guns are bad. Oh. And Biden's trying to make it okay that he can go ahead and make them all illegal. Well, that's fucking stupid, because you're not going to make them, even if you do make them all illegal, guess what? There's still going to be shootings. England, Australia, they still have shootings. They banned guns a long time ago. Yeah, we all know about that. So, y'all know I'm a proud proponent of 2A. And I stand with it. It's the 2A is the reason why we're still here and still speaking English. That is very true. So, yeah, they're going to try to take that away from us, and absolutely any way they can. So stand by for that one. So I don't like to do rebuttals against bullshit like that, because we know that there's an ulterior motive to it. So when I start talking about, you say it's unsafe, but, well, we all know what they're trying to do. They're trying to push that narrative and get us on board with this whole, NWO. So we know that. They got to take those away. They got to take our guns away so they can take the rest of our rights away. I mean, that's a big one. But they're never going to do it. It's never going to happen. I mean, think about the logistical nightmare it is to go from house to house to house to house. There's 330 growing million people in this country, in the United States of America, which is still the United States of America. Okay, so that's a lot. That's a lot of people to search. I'm just saying, and that's a lot of land. We have a lot of land that has to be searched, and you can do whatever, you can say whatever, and try to make it. We got to make this place safe. Well, you want to make it safer. I mean, seriously, if it's a very simple way to make gun violence disappear. Very simple. Allow us, Americans, to protect ourselves. That's it. I get to carry it. FedEx, whatever. All these mass shootings. If those 8 people would have had a gun, they would have had a chance. At least. That's what I'm saying. You go to everywhere else where there's a Constitution carry, open carry, you don't see a lot of shootings. You see a lot of polite people. It makes for a very polite society. Okay? And yeah, if you're one of those people that get just mad and outraged and, I can't have a gun because I'll shoot somebody. Well, guess what? You probably shouldn't be carrying a fucking gun because you're a fucking idiot. You need to get a hold of your emotions and go elsewhere. Just just be rest assured that everybody else around you is carrying a gun and they're responsible. So, but that's also a responsibility, knowing that, okay, I'm too crazy, or I'm not mentally there to carry on, have that responsibility for my self-protection or the protection of someone else. So I get it. That's a big responsibility. But I think that all Americans should take up that mantle, because and openly do it. That sends a clear and present message that we're not to be fucked with. Don't fuck around here. And well, that's what's up. Northern Girl Hobbies. Check her out. She's growing. She needs to grow. Links in the description. Definitely check her out. I haven't been able to post and promote like I've been wanting to. And plus, I mean, throughout the week, I mean, my idea was to do the shorts, the lunch shorts. This fucking phone, and that's going to change too, because eventually I'm going to have to get a new phone. So things are going well. I'm just working my ass off. Dusty Data, thank you very much. I received your property participation award. Thank you very much, man. And got a bunch of Mountain House. Very cool. I like the chili mac. That's the only one I've really actually tried. And it was pretty good. I actually just I cheated. I took the chili mac. I dumped it in a boiling pot of water, and I added macaroni and cheese. Yeah, and then I've got the leftover water I'm going to use to cook rice in. So it's all thick and so going there. I just wanted to just get on here and ramble for a while. I put out a video that this like one of the last videos I put out that ate up all my freaking storage or whatever, was the Cargill salt mines located under Lake Erie. It's pretty cool. 2,000 feet below the surface, below and under Lake Erie, and also it stretches out into the other Great Lakes and under Pennsylvania and parts of New York. It's called the Great Salt Basin. There's no danger of the lake, going into the mines, because there's Lake Erie, there's this level of thick bedrock, and then a more ground, and then the salt mines. So Lake Erie is only 217. It's one of the shallowest lakes there is. 217 feet of water, and then you've got bedrock, which could be, I don't know how many feet that is, and then more ground, and then salt mines, and it stretches, and they could keep going. This is the salt mines. That's what they mine this stuff 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They pull that salt out of there, and they use it on the roads out here. So it's pretty interesting. But it's a salt mine, so it's kind of toxic. It's not really a conducive environment for long-term sustainability. If I was thinking like, oh shit, boom, the bombs go off, I'm going to head to the salt mines and live. Well, they do have trailers down there. They do have people that work 8 hours a day. They literally drill holes into the salt, fill it with an ammonium nitrate fuel oil, and explode it, and they get these big chunks of salt, and they take them out and take them away, and that's what they do. And they process them. What they do is they've got trailers set up so you can go inside the trailer and hang out and eat your lunch or whatever, or if you just want to like stay down there until your next shift, you can stay down there, whatever. I don't know. But they only have like, as far as like what they got prepped for, just in case, they've got little oxygen stations that give you an hour of air, and they've got these little trailers set up that have like 3 days worth of food in it. Man, I'd be packing that thing full of all kinds of stuff. The only ventilation they have is a massive, huge fan that sucks in the air and blows it into all the tunnels. Well, that's all they got. So even if it was an NBC event, you would die in the salt mines because they'd be sucking all that air. I mean, this is a massive fan, big massive fan that sucks it all in, and sucks it down there and distributes it throughout all their tunnels, 2,000 feet below the surface. So any kind of cave in, any kind of deviation, any kind of blockage, and you're living on borrowed time in a extremely salted area. Chances are they'll find you because you'll be well preserved. So anyway, yeah. Other than that, I mean, it's weird weather down here. Wednesday we're supposed to get snow. It's been like in the 40s and 50s for a week now, and raining here in the Cleveland area. So it's pretty strange weather. Pretty strange weather. I just want to look at. I look at all these different things going on, and I'm just like, man, what the fuck, man. Pinball Preparedness had said that we have 160 troops in Ukraine. I remember going to the Ukraine back in the 90s. It was like a host thing. They had never been done. It had never been done in the Ukrainian army. Ukrainian and the Romanian army invited us over. We were on a med float in the Marines. We were on a med cruise, and they said, "Come on in, please. Let's hang out. Let's train together." And I had a great time. I got to fly in the what is that thing called? The KA something. It's got two propellers. One goes this way and one goes this way, and it's highly maneuverable. The Ukrainian army was really fucking had their shit together. I got pictures of me. We're out there blowing up stuff and shooting their guns, and they're shooting our guns. It was yeah. If you think about it, it's kind of like an exchange program, a military exchange program, and they put us up in a squad bay. They fed us, and it had a great time. I got a chance to go to Odessa. We had to wear our Charlies. That's the big white brim hat. Big white brim hat. We shore leave clothes. You know what I mean? Charlies was the all our badge, all our ribbons on, and and it's a khaki short sleeve shirt with the blue pants, quarter frame shoes. So you stick out like a sore thumb. But I found myself in a casino. A speakeasy casino, which was pretty neat. Lost all my money there. Had a great time. But they knew better to give us overnight limo, so we didn't have overnight limo. We had like a day limo, and then at a certain time at night you had to be there. But man, the stories that come out of there. And at the time, Odessa was having some kind of massive music, thing out in this big outdoor amphitheater. So the whole time you're walking around, all you could hear was just like classical music going off and cheers, and it was crazy. Great time. Great time. Didn't really get in a lot of trouble there. So yeah, had a great time. But and got to hang out with the Ukrainian army. I'm sorry if I don't remember all the different names, whatever. A lot of them were ex-Spetsnaz from Russia that went to Ukraine because that's where they lived, and they continued up and molded the Ukrainian army into a formidable fighting force. So that was in the 90s. Here it is 2020. So, I mean, damn, more than 20 years ago. Damn, am I that old? I guess so. Fuck. But I remember I was doing a push-up contest with one of the guys, one of the Ukrainian guys, and he's like, this is how you do a Russian push-up, and he was doing like this, and he'd clap, and he'd boom, 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 and I upped the ante by doing it like this, like landing on my wrist, you do the clap and push, boom. So yeah, anyway, yeah, there was one incident where a guy busted a beer bottle over his head. He did it, not us, but there was an argument. Apparently I was supposed to do it because I drank the last of the bottle, last out of the beer, the communal. He was passing this bottle around of beer, and the last person to take a swig is supposed to smash it over their head. I didn't know. And he's telling me I need to smash this over my head. I'm like, fuck you, I'll smash you over the head. He's like, fuck it. This is how you do it. And then like all his blood was running down his head. I'm like, oh shit. I didn't do it. He did it. And they were just like, But I was, yeah. Anyway, just continuing to monitor that situation. Pinball Preparedness said that there's about 160 troops down there. I mean, I can only speculate. A Marine Corps rifle company is about 150, 160 plus. So it's possible that's a, I'm only speculating. We did it, They like to send the Marine Corps into areas that are completely surrounded. They did it to us in Africa, Maybe they're trying to get somebody out or protect somebody, and at the last minute they're going to exfil them, helo them out, whatever. So I don't know. Maybe it's very unlikely that it's 160 special operations guys. It could be like Green Berets or whatever, or Rangers, Army Rangers. I don't know. I know that a Marine Corps Rifle Company for me at the time was, as far as like boots on the ground, doing the things was 150. We're very small, but highly capable and heavily armed. So, and then 160, it tells me that maybe there was heavy guns, artillery, or not artillery, but mortars and heavy machine guns, shit like that. So, yeah, it's possible. I'm just speculating. But that's just I can only speculate that that's a contingency to get somebody out, or to protect something, or to be like a Bork. If something happens, they can meet the threat head on, and kind of push back against the push, and then have, reinforcements right behind them, which, we know that there's reinforcements there. Just in closing, I'm working on 18 minutes now. I got 26 minutes left. So, and then what I have to do is I have to load this thing, wait for it to load, and then I got to delete everything. So I don't have any backups. It's quite funny. But Cargill, the Cargill mines, YouTube flagged it as a age restrictive thing. I was like, what? It's about a mine. It's about a salt mine. They should be teaching this in school. This is freaking amazing. And so I appealed it, and they sent me this thing like, oh yeah, well, after review, we determined that you do meet the community guidelines. Yeah, it's a freaking salt mine. You don't want people under 18 knowing about a freaking salt mine that's 2,000 feet below a lake. Anyway, I'm not gonna go there. Nope, I already been there. So whatever. Folks, just continue to monitor the situation, but don't let this get to you, okay? Don't let this get to you. Don't let it get you down. Continue to do your thing. People are still going to work, okay? We can still breathe the air. We can still talk to each other. It's not the end of the fucking world, okay? It's just a small little blimp in things. We need to watch it. We need to be, closely, watching it, but don't get so emotionally attached to it that you're like, oh my God, oh, don't let the stress get to you, Just look at it as like you're watching a movie, you're watching something, and you're monitoring the situation. Don't allow your emotions to get involved there, and think it's all like Chicken Little, all gloom and doom. We've been here for a long, long time, and we'll continue to be here for a long, long time. And it doesn't matter how many bombs they blow up here, on this planet. It's a self-correcting system, and we will survive. We have survived. We've survived 5 major catastrophic events in this world. Okay, at one point in time, they speculate that no more than 7,000 humans were alive after a catastrophic event. And if you can go biblical, look at that. Noah survived with him and his family, along with some other sporadic people that they later on they said, oh yeah, they survived the flood too. So that's whatever. I'm not a biblical person, but you get my point. We will survive. And if you're outside during a nuclear blast, it's okay. You're not going to feel a thing. You're just going to go poof. You're going to be atomized. You're going to be atomized, and that's it. You'll be one with nature. Yeah, you won't feel a fucking thing. Just that's your best hope you can have. But if you're far, far away from it, then yeah, you can take steps and plan and prep and prepare, and maybe I'll do another video on that as well. With the CBRF and nuclear stuff like that. But just continue to live your life and treat this like like a little weather thing. War. I look at war as like a weather. It's a weather event. It comes and it goes. So Charity's doing well. She's hanging out here. We may or may not go on an adventure later on today, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Just continue to prep, continue to train. I'm gonna do a trail maybe today or tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow because it's gonna be a little bit nicer. A little bit nicer tomorrow. Oh, I kicked the stand. So stand by for that one. See it. There's a road that goes down this metro park, and I went left to Fort Hill, but it also goes right and follows the Rocky River. So I wanted to go that way and go for a big old long walk down that way. Some other things. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. So continue to. This is Mad Shad. Continue to prep, to train, to keep your head on a swivel, but keep your wits about you, and don't allow your emotions to get yourself in a dither. I do a lot of laughing. I do a lot of laughing and smiling. I'm kind of the Joker when the shit hits the fan. I'm like, all right, here we go. Let's get this party started. So it's not the end of the world. We will continue. We will continue as a species. And guess what? Those who prep will survive. We will survive. We have a larger percentage of survivability. Okay? Think about it. Look at history. Those who have put stuff away, put stuff aside, and they survived. They survived. Me personally, I went, my whole mentality is I prep to fight. But as age is overtaking me, I know I'm not going to be able to, in the years on down the road, I'm not going to be able to go and fight like all my life I've been doing in training and prepping, and so I know I'm going to go from run and gun to camper. I'm gonna be that guy on the hill with the expensive rifle and bad eyesight. So, you gotta think a little bit more serpentitious. You're not gonna be able to, be a door kicker and doing all those, crazy flips and splits and stuff, But I can still do that stuff now. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. This is Mad Shad, encouraging you all to plan, prep, train, and get yourself together, get your shit together, monitor the situation, because it is a mad, mad world out there.